Okay, good afternoon and welcome back to the Digital Toolkit this year in 2022. It's going to be an exciting year. We've got an amazing group of people raring to go for the brand new year. And guess what? It is the 2nd of the 2nd, 2022. So in my father-in-law's words, it's an auspicious day. So lots of things can happen, and let's get started with the toolkit for 2022. Sharing my screen. Where are we? Welcome to the Digital Toolkit 2022. Get the latest buzz on digital tools, tips, and advice from the experts in digital strategy for Australian small business. Live every Wednesday on Facebook at 1:30 p.m. We can help you work smarter, not harder, when it comes to setting up systems, choosing the right software, and implementing digital marketing strategies that work. So whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur running a small business, building a marketing strategy, or simply learning the ropes to get started, we can help you. Come and join us and road test those new ideas and solutions, ask the tough questions, and get the advice you need to succeed. Join us and get tech savvy today with the Digital Toolkit panel and grow your business online. Okay, so welcome back to what is going to be a firecracker year for everyone, I'm sure. And what I thought we might start off with, because this is our relaunch session, it is all about what is new in 2022. So I thought we might start with the toolkit crew. I'll go with the panel lineup. We've got Tyson in the first square. If this was, what is it? That's US TV show Squares. You're up there in the top left. All right, so Tyson, over to you. What's new at Yodel?
Well, first of all, happy 2022, everybody. We are Yodel. We are Australia's most exciting showcase of local business, helping small businesses to be found by locals in their area. There's over 25,000 businesses and 23,000 users, so get on there today. For us, it's a big year. We've got lots of cool things happening. We're working with a lot of government bodies, councils for different white labels to get more audiences for those awesome small businesses. But we're also got a couple of customers taking us global. So we'll be in the US at the beginning of April, which is very exciting. So we're working very hard on that, on all these kind of things. So we will be expanding our reach and helping small businesses get more exposure to more customers. That's probably the biggest things that are happening for us. And we're really, really excited. It's going to be a big year for us. It's sort of, we're a startup technically. So in the startup world, we're in that scale up mode. And this will be the year that makes or breaks us. So it's definitely going to make us.
Brilliant. Very exciting, Tyson. We will go with Jamin next. What's new at Kinetics?
Thank you. How do I follow Tyson? Tell you, Happy New Year, everybody. Look, we're really excited this year, obviously being part of the toolkit as well, so we can showcase what we do, but more importantly, see what everybody else is doing. So thank you again for inviting us back. Look, what's new for us? A lot. This year is going to be more about that whole cybersecurity, even though we are a traditional web host and we, host websites from WordPress through to Drupal, through to Ruby on Rails and applications and things like that. But we're focusing heavily on, I guess, the security aspect for in your office or at home, using platforms like Acronis. We're fully Acronis Gold certified. We have now got 9 staff fully trained in the whole product end to end. We're Microsoft certified, Silver certified. So we're that's where we're going to be concentrating a fair bit of our time and effort in, because I think, security is going to be key, regardless of whether it's your website or really it's just all about your data and keeping that secure. So that's our focus this year, particularly this first quarter anyway. Thank you.
Beautiful, exciting, Jamin, really exciting. Carly, over to you, my dear. You're, next in the Brady Bunch.
As long as I'm not Bobby Brady. Hades haircut. Inkblot VA, we're Australian virtual assistants, and we offer general administrative support to small businesses. What's new with us is we're about to launch a new service offering, and it's coming in minutes, and it's going to be a implementation day where normally you buy hours of time across a month or so to get general services done. Whereas this will be a full day of very much condensed Kali time, and we can get things implemented, we can get them done, we can get them crossed off your list so that they're no longer in your to-do pile, and we can get your business running amazingly. And that is about to come out. Don't have a date yet because we're just finalizing those last few things. But yeah, stay tuned. It's going to be awesome.
Wow, all these amazing things coming out in 2022. Make sure you engage with these guys to find out more. Over to David. You're in the center focus for me at the moment. So tell me what is new at your business optimized.
Yeah, thanks, Katrina. Thanks again, guys. Well, this year we're continuing on what we were doing last year, and that's focusing on businesses where we can build a full marketing and sales system. So before I was doing CRMs and e-commerce, and other people were doing those parts of the business, but it's really hard to make it work properly and seamlessly together if you don't have that full control. So basically we're focusing on the handful of key clients. We've got 12 key clients that are like, you know, the biggest one's a $20 million client a year, and the other, that's their turnover, not with me. and the smallest ones are a couple of startups, but they're really keen to scale. They're happy for us to virtually be their marketing department, and that's what we're doing now. So really mostly WooCommerce, but we do have a few Neo clients and other systems that we'll play with as well. And it's building a whole system, so a whole ecosystem, social media, you know, paid ads, content, website, CRM, just getting the whole thing working and helping them with some strategy, partnerships, basically trying to build a whole ecosystem to use their database and whatever niche or sort of expertise they have, just to help them grow their business. And you know, we're doing the online bit basically. So, like we just taken on a client who's got a database of 30,000 people, and they've never done any online promotion. It's crazy. Like it's just a business that some bloke has worked in a shed, basically growing it from nothing. Got all this information and never promoted. They had $70,000, $700,000 turnover last year over the counter. You don't know who those people are. There's no data collection when these people come into the shop. It's crazy. Anyway, we're going to double his business next year or this year.
I'd be curious to see a case study done up on that one, David.
Yeah. We should do that. Just put that in. So I might have to employ Carly to do that for me, just to fix that up on the end of it.
Nice. Beautiful. Excellent news, David. Over to Kay Ridge from Dash Social. What's new with you?
Well, first of all, happy Chinese New Year. January's over. We're moving on. So happy Chinese year, everybody. Apparently it's meant to be a very, as Katrina said, prosperous year for us. So I wish the whole team the best possible 2022 we can have. Lots of new things happening in Dash Social. We're setting up a digital academy to teach social media. So that's sort of in more than halfway through. We've sort of got it all set up. It's just putting into play now. So lots of behind the scenes work happening in regards to that. I'm about to join the speaking and workshop circuit. So I'm going to be speaking at the Housing Industry Australia Nationals Conference at their workshop in April at Star Casino. So that's all come through. So that's kind of a bit scary, but I'm pretending not to be scared because it's very challenging and exciting. And I'll go to a bunch of nerves when it's finished, but for now it's kind of really neat. Other than that, just moving forward, let's get on with it. Let's get the year on.
I think that's the general tune for just about everyone, but exciting. You're going to be doing a bit of traveling, it sounds like.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Nice. Well,
The Gold
thankfully,
Coast,
the climate is changing for the positive so that we can. Beautiful.
Yep.
Is the has the site been recently updated, Kay? Or am I only just noticing it like over the last week or so?
They're doing it at the moment. They're not that happy with it. I'll send you all the link to my part in it so that you can see me. It's in the chat. But yeah, the powers to be aren't that happy with it at the moment. So yeah, but look, there's they've got some good headliners up there, so it's exciting. I'll be rubbing shoulders with who knows who, and in the zoo.
Beautiful. Okay, so over to Alex from Encord. What is new in your world?
Yeah, heaps going on actually. For anyone that doesn't know, Encord's a better way to run an online business. Our software helps you manage a website, grow a contact database, send marketing campaigns, and sell online, all wrapped up in one neat, tight little package that works well together. We've got a fairly unsexy update planned. It's not really going to help be billboard worthy type content, but it is really, really super important. It's all really cool infrastructure updates that are super important for security, and will help our development team push updates in a much nicer way and some other things. So yeah, probably not going to see it on a billboard anywhere, but it's kind of our ongoing commitment to making sure that everyone's data stays nice and safe, and Encord's nice and performant and working really well into the future. We've also got, we just knocked over the QuickBooks online integration, which I'm pretty excited about because that means we've got the big three, so Xero, MyOb, and QuickBooks, and we're currently in the process of getting Encord listed in the QuickBooks App Store in the US, which I am super excited about. And we've also got it's pretty early in the process, but we're also planning, at the moment, some upgrades to specifically the email editor. So when you put together a website page in Encord, we've got all these kind of templated nice sections that you can drag and drop to put a page together really quickly. You can kind of drag and drop a page together in a matter of minutes that I used to have to custom code, and would take me the better part of days of sitting there putting together custom bootstrap code to do. And it's pretty cool that we've kind of got that loaded in there now, but I would like the same thing for email. So more kind of templated kind of sections that help people kind of get into a sexy email campaign a little bit faster. So yeah, that's kind of in the early stages of working out what we want to do, but yeah, on the roadmap as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's us, I reckon.
I cannot express how amazing the Encord platform is to build on. It is incredibly fast compared to, if I had to compare it to WordPress, even though WordPress is fantastic, which was my go-to, but now Encord is my go-to platform to start a new website. Why? Because Google loves it, and you guys have made it so fast to load and so easy to use, not just as a web developer, but as a business owner. So, if I need to, and as you say, the email tools are there, and I'm slowly noticing that there's a couple more things in there to use, which is brilliant. And it likes a lot more in there now. But you failed to mention the amazing stuff with tell us about your forms, the new stuff with your forms.
So late last year, I think towards the kind of late last year, we released a form builder. I probably would have talked about it in one of these sessions, that the challenge with our form builder was that we've got this really big beast of a forms framework that I guess helps you do really complex forms, and they save new contacts in the database really neatly and work with custom fields and all that type of thing. And it's a real challenge to kind of wrap up that complexity in a way that's kind of intuitive, that you can just throw someone into our page editor and have them drag and drop a form together. There's kind of some concepts there that you have to wrap up in a neat way. So, what different types of fields you can have in a form and that type of thing. It's one of our key design concerns is always to make OnCord intuitive. So, it's not a piece of software that you need to, study a massive bachelor degree to be able to understand. You can, have a look at the page and at least without reading a tutorial and have a good idea for what you got to do. So yeah, we managed to get that form builder shipped like late last year. So that was kind of, in my mind, one of the last things that was really a barrier for someone that wasn't a web designer to just be able to come onto our website, generate a website design based on the logo, and get a website live without any assistance from from our team. And that's kind of a scalability thing for OnCord, obviously, to have people signing up for our software and launching websites while we're asleep. So that form builder was kind of the last thing I think holding us back from people kind of self-signing up and that type of thing. We have had a good number of people build their own websites since then, which is pretty exciting. And I guess even, web designers and web developers have been using the form builder heaps as well, because it's so quick to get that start in, rather than having to copy code around. You can just it gets the base form in there really quickly, and then you can kind of customize it further too. So yeah, that was I guess I probably mentioned we were working on that, but maybe not that we actually launched it late last year, but yeah.
Brilliant. No, always pleased with the updates to the OnCord system. It just means that there's more functions, features, and more stuff to make it amazing to work with. So yeah, exciting. Thanks, Alex.
No worries.
And Nicole, we haven't seen you in a while. We've missed you. Tell us what's been going on and what's on the plate for you this year.
Well, there's going to be a lot less on my plate this year, which is part of my strategy. So a lot of what I was doing over the last few years was growing my own business, a very complex business, and it was teaching other people how to start, run and grow their businesses. And with the whole intention of, I guess, to some degree, rescuing them by providing all the solutions. And then over time, I started to realize, I started out advising businesses and female entrepreneurs on how to, run and grow their businesses without burnout, but I wasn't walking my talk. And as I worked through a number of different issues in my own life, I started to realize, there's a lesson here for me, and I'm not taking it. And I had clients coming back to me saying, I had one client who had an $800,000 a year business, and after working with me, she closed it down. She was like, "This is killing me. It's not aligned with my purpose and my values," but she hadn't stopped long enough to really consider it. And since then, her other businesses have taken off. So I sort of started to go, oh my goodness, I think I'm trying to tell myself something. And then decided, I'm not playing in my genius zone. I'm trying to play in all of the places where I can. What if I just played full out in my genius zone? And my genius zone is really helping people run and grow their businesses and uncomplicate their lives and businesses so they can really enjoy sustainable success. So I was like, oh, right, well, maybe I should do that for myself first. So I closed my business, went back to my coaching and consulting, closed my business and went, let me just take care of me and my house and my people and gather myself and figure out what does that look like as a business. And I think it's important, after a decade of doing what I was doing, to sit back and go, it's working, but I'm not loving it. And I don't have the energy for this going forward. So I either have to sell it, stop it, or completely rethink it. And I'd already rebuilt it twice during COVID. It was exhausting. So I was like, hang on, maybe I should just work through my own process with myself. So a couple of things happened as a result. I closed my business and I'm still busy wrapping that up. As you know, when you walk away from a job, you hand over your security keys and you leave, but when it's your own business, it takes time to shut the doors, close the books, etc., etc. So I'm going through that process. And in the space that I had created, I ended up working on research projects for a university around, get this title, the applicability of capability theory on Ikigai for female entrepreneurs in the Middle East. So that's fun. I mean, it sounds real. I mean, I'm geeking out on all the words because I love that stuff, but it's really about finding out how women in the Middle East who are entrepreneurs are creating businesses that are actually sustainable. So I'm really looking forward to that, and it's alignment with the burnout, and I get to infuse all of my burnout messages in that. And working on the research for the book that I'll publish later this year. There's a few people who are like, I know you're closing your business, you're going to write a book, aren't you? I'm like, yes, I've been putting it off for a decade. So how about I go and serve from my area of genius? And I've got speaking engagements all to do with entrepreneurs, burnout, and helping people uncomplicate their lives and businesses. And so that's why I love what we're doing here, because I'm not going to be doing anything that isn't my genius zone. I'm going to outsource. I'm going to, which means you'll be hearing from me, all of you, systemize, streamline, stop doing certain things completely, and really just run and grow my business in my genius zone, and teach other people how to do the same thing.
Can I say, Nick, firstly, congratulations. It takes a brave woman to stand up and go, hey, I've turned a business into a job and it's around my neck. So kudos to you, because that is not easy. I've done it and I can tell you it's heartbreaking. So well done to you. This is the year of Nicole, as is the year of all of us, but well done for taking that step, because that's takes a whole lot of different emotions in it to get to that point and to move past that point. So well done to you.
Thank you, Kay. I appreciate that.
I'm looking forward to seeing the links for events and things that you're going to be participating on. Please do share them on the toolkit. We want to see what's happening in your world. I don't know if everyone else is feeling this heat. I'm melting here. Seriously.
Well, the storm's just starting here in Ipswich. They're kind of going around my house making all sorts of warning noises.
Oh,
I think we got another couple of days of this in Brizzy, actually.
I'm afraid
My aircon's really
aircon
good.
on, seriously, because it's just hot, cold. Next thing you don't want is a runny nose because of the temperature change. God,
I turned mine on at 7 o'clock this morning. It's just, that's how it is.
yeah.
You just need to turn the aircon on. It's pleasant, 24 degrees here. It's good.
Well, it's okay if you haven't got children who think they were born in a tent. Anyway, well, at least that's what my mother used to say. Well, you weren't born in a bloody tent. Close the door. Anyway, I guess habits are inherited. And moving on, Jess, I was just wondering if you wanted to join us and share a little bit about Business Wellness Hub. I do believe that Lynn sent her apologies, and you are here on her behalf. Welcome.
Thank you. You'll just have to bear with me because I'm on my phone today. I also have Bluey on in the background. So I've got my son here with me. So if I do get interrupted, apologies in advance. But yes, I'm here on behalf of Lynn. She's had to go to a meeting today, so it's me today. So I'm the Business Development Officer here at Business Wellness Hub, and I'm very lucky I work from home. So I have lots of opportunities to do various things throughout the day whenever I need to and around my family, which I'm very lucky to do. But in terms of Business Wellness Hub, we offer accounting, bookkeeping services. We also offer business mentoring services, and we also offer wellness services. So our three main areas kind of all fit into there, all of our services. So our tagline is actually that we offer everything from accounting to yoga. Very diverse and holistic look at business. And we specialise in taking care of smaller businesses as well. But we have a lot of exciting things happening this year, actually. We were actually working with Katrina this year, or at the end of last year, and relaunching our website and revamping our website. So we've done that, and we're going to be launching that soon, which is very exciting. She was very helpful. Thank you. We're also launching a beautiful online course that we've been working on for quite some time now, a financial online course. So that's really exciting as well for business owners, and we're going to grow that as well into the larger businesses as well, with offering financial courses for them online as well, which is really applicable at the moment because we're all mostly at home or working online where we can, obviously with COVID around. But we've had lots of exciting things happening. Lynn actually just won, Lynn is amazing, but she's actually just won the Consultant of the Year for MYOB, which is a huge honour in the accounting field, one of the best she is. So that's a huge honour for her that she strived for years.
That's in the whole of Australia, right?
Absolutely. Yes, it's a huge honour, and she was inducted into the Hall of Fame in December last year. So that's a huge deal. And very, very well deserved. She is one of the most kind and caring people that I know. So, and also very professional at the same time. So great person to have in your business, taking care of you.
We're definitely privileged to have her join the Toolkit crew this year too.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that she'll add a lot of value as well. I'll tell you soon, hon, okay? Just let me get through this. I just got asked how to spell Maltesers.
It's one of those words you need to know, for sure.
It is. It's an important word. I will let you know soon, hon. But in terms of what we're doing, we're actually going to be launching a whole lot of freebies on a lot of our socials this year. We're going to be committing to having at least one free item and resource per week to business owners, whether that's in the finance field, in the business mentoring, or in the wellness area as well. So we've actually just launched our Facebook group as well, and I'm working on that this week as well. So if you'd like to, you can follow us on our socials and get lots of free tips, because we're about giving back. We very much like to make sure that we're giving and receiving. So that's about us for this year. We've got a lot happening as well, but that's probably the first 6 months planned out. And then we'll have some new courses and things likely toward the end of the year as well. We're going to be going to a few expos, some wellness expos and things like that too. And obviously being part of the digital toolkit as well and sharing on our socials. So thank you very much for having us here.
Nice. Well, wow. I think, changes from Ranking Australia's side after hearing all the amazing stuff that is going on in everyone's world just seem, kind of minuscule now. But no, it's brilliant to be a part of, innovative and happening businesses that people that I'm working with. It's just incredible. Always a pleasure to hear how everyone is doing so well and walking the walk, I guess. That's kind of why we are doing what we're doing. We're sharing how we're doing, how other people should be doing it, and it's working for us. So sharing that with everyone online is kind of the key to the toolkit, how they can successfully run their businesses, but not just online, but offline as well. So I guess that's kind of leading me into the changes that I've got happening at Ranking Australia. One of the, and I'm going to, take a page out of Nicole's book here, and that is to, at what point do you make a decision? So, being true to yourself, knowing when to close the books, so to speak. Not just say that Ranking Australia is closing, by no means, but we have made some strategic decisions as far as where we're focused. And Ranking Australia has been kind of up until beginning of last year, and it was probably a decision that culminated over the last 6 months, but definitely after, working quite closely with Nicole, working closely with Kay, and also Andrea, tremendous amount of advice came through with regards to structuring. Like, she is a chief idea specialist after all, and she gave some good ideas. So we worked on those, and I got the strength from the team to make those decisions and put them into action. So what I've done with Ranking Australia, and I thought, where do I shine? What do I enjoy the most? And that is, working with Google presence, helping them build their web presence, but specifically on Google. What is it that I deal with every day? I do it in my sleep, and I'm not lying when I'm doing it in my sleep. Oh my goodness, I had an amazing experience the other night. I couldn't sleep. I was tossing and turning. It was Sunday night, I think. Never mind, I was, keeping an ear out for my daughter who was struggling with the heat. But I was seeing, what is that? Google verification, it's in the red. Google verification, it's in the red. I couldn't sleep. I had to get up. It was 3 a.m. I got up. It's in the green. Okay, I can sleep now. I literally do it in my sleep. So, at least I've made the right decision. So Ranking Australia is now going down the Google Business Specialist pathway. We'll build websites, we'll do your content. Everything is going to be designed, structured, and basically created in order to build your Google ranking, increase your Google ranking. So that's what we do. And my role here at Ranking Australia is Chief Business Specialist, Chief Google Business Specialist. Still working on how that's coming off, rolling off the tongue, but essentially to help you Googlefy your businesses. So in any case, that means Google My Business. It means Google Webmaster Tools, Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager. It means SEO. It means content creation. It basically means anything organic. So I am now focusing on organic ranking strategies, and that's the biggest change for Ranking Australia, because while we we still have a team there to work on PPC, so your Google ads and things like that, it's not our major priority. So we have people in place for that, but as far as what we're focusing on this year forward, it's organic ranking. So that means Google audits, it means Google strategy, it means building websites and creating content strategy for your website. So that's the biggest change for us. And I've actually gone to some effort to create a Google ranking quiz. So at the end of it, it will actually formulate based on not just, yes or no answers, but asking you questions about your whole business model and your approach to how you're growing your business. Looking at your email, looking at your networking, looking at your your blog articles, social media, everything, and it will give you a score at the end of it on how well you're managing your digital strategy. So, and that doesn't cost anything. So please do make sure that anyone watching, go to rankingaustralia.com.au and take the Google ranking quiz. It will give you a report at the end of it, and you'll be able to apply those changes to your business or bring that report to us at the end, and we can help you come up with a strategy for your business. But that is the biggest change for us. It's huge, and it took some strength to focus on that one particular area, and seeing everyone here in the Digital Toolkit crew just shine in their various areas. I wanted to make sure that I could shine that brightly in one particular area, and that Google strategy. So I'm really happy about that. But aside of that, Digital Toolkit has had a rebrand. We have taken the 2 years of, this bright, urgent color theme, the red color theme. It's now been transitioned to this lovely deep purple. It's not really purple, but more like a deep violet, I guess, is the best color. But just brightening things up a bit, and you'll see that we are definitely, it's what I want to make sure that everyone is aware of. It is a discussion platform. This is where you bring your questions, your challenges, your ideas that you want to bounce off on as a sounding board. That's us. If you've got a couple of platforms you're trying to make a decision with, you don't know which one to spend money on, run it by us. We can tell you. Even give us a call. You've got Tyson, who can help you with your business listing, marketing platforms. Jamin, if you want to talk to about your web hosting options there with WordPress, what can you do with WordPress, plugins, a whole bunch of stuff. Carly, she can help you with your emails, your communications, cleaning the dust out of your computer files, implementation of systems. She blew me away today with just how much she knew about ClickUp. And I've been playing in that for at least 6 months, and she's like, I don't have it, but I know. And she was teaching me, so she knew everything and more about a platform that she take regularly upskills, so she can not only help you with your system setup, but she will also go through and help you learn new stuff about these platforms that you're wanting to implement as well. Kay, she does some amazing stuff with your social media branding experience. What I've managed to see with the way she puts together a layout for a brand, her style is so bright and how do you say, it's just beautiful what she does with a brand, with social media. And David, if you are wanting to see someone about setting up your CRM and making the most of it, make sure you reach out to David. He's got a ton of ideas and strategies that I'm sure you haven't thought about implementing as yet. Alex at Encord, my goodness, they have an incredible amount of tools on the platform for you to take advantage of. While Ranking Australia is a developer on the Encord platform, you don't necessarily need a developer to build a website on Encord. I need water. Nicole, over to you.
Thank you. I hope you're all right. I guess it's my chance to say something about me. So it really is about, doing what you're loving what you're doing. And when that changes, something needs to change. And if you're wanting to run your business and also have, the life balance that you're really after, and that's really going to keep you in the game long term so you can enjoy success, because believe me, it does take time. It doesn't happen overnight. Then let's have a chat. And as I mentioned before, it isn't about being good at everything. It isn't about doing everything. It's about surrounding yourself with the experts and outsourcing wherever possible, and having coaches along the way, mentors along the way, who can say, look, what got you to this point isn't going to get you to the next point. And we really, my coaching is really about helping you stay in the game long enough, and also making sure you're in the right game. And if something's changed, we look at what needs to change and when and how. And I think Katrina's got it back together now. You good? Awesome. Over to you.
Told you I don't like the sound of my own voice. It wears out after time. Never mind. Thank you, Nicole, for saving me there. And just to round off as well, Jess, who spoke on behalf of Lynn today. Now, Lynn, as she mentioned, is the MyOb Specialist of the Year. Is that the phrase? MyOb Consultant of the Year? Anyway,
MyOb Consultant of the Year, yeah.
She
2021.
she definitely can. She's definitely the best one to see with regards to my job. But she has been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. As I've actually taken her on board as my own advisor and accountant. So something that I probably, I wish I'd known that she was there, a couple of years back. But yeah, no, Lynn is absolutely beautiful, and love to work with Jess and Lynn. Business Wellness Hub is a very different brand. Had fun working with building the concepts around the brand and what that actually looks and feels like. And it was incredible seeing it unfold and, listening to what Lynn's business actually meant to her and what she wanted to do. And I think one of the aspects of accounting and the tax industry is that that I know that has always been a consistency is that finance numbers, they tend to be a little scary for small businesses, and what they've done with their business is they've made themselves so approachable. And not only that, they focus on the wellness, or should I say mindset, as well as making sure their numbers are right, but they feel good about the numbers. They know exactly what's going on with those numbers as well. So that's brilliant. So to finish off for today's session, I wanted to just remind everyone that we've got the Digital Toolkit Spotlight, which will be kicking off for next week. And we've got a little bit of change this year. We've got 4 major giveaway dates. So if there's businesses that are ready or interested in getting their business in the spotlight, we're going to have at the beginning of every session, we will have a spotlight minute, which basically means that every business in the spotlight will have a slide up. We'll not only expose your business on the toolkit, but also go through your products and services. And the giveaways are every quarter. So those dates are listed on every event that you'll see. So whether it's listed on LinkedIn, Facebook, or Google My Business, or the Digital Toolkit page, even go to the website, you'll find the information on the giveaway as well. But if you'd like to get your business in the Spotlight Minute, make sure that you contact myself at info@digitaltoolkit.co. Comment below, I'll reach out to you, that's fine. But just make sure that you reach out, and we've got closing dates for the Toolkit Spotlight Minute, which will be next Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Okay, so please do make sure you reach out to us and we can get your business in the spotlight for the next 3 months. Okay, so and same goes. So closing date for this one will be next Wednesday at 9 a.m. and then you'll have 3 months to think about it for the next one as well. So, and there's nothing wrong with you jumping in for the Spotlight Minute for the whole year too. Just let us know, and we'll come back to you. What other exciting news is there? We've got the whole year planned out, ready to, I believe you can add yourself or RSVP yourself to the Facebook event, and you'll get notified on every session when we're jumping in, and we will regularly post the topics and such on the Toolkit page. Is there any questions from the crew before we close up for today? All good? Well, it's been an exciting, oh, sorry, David.
So I have something actually totally different from digital, but it's relating to something that is trending, and it's trending all over the world at the moment. Is anybody playing Wordle? Do you know about Wordle?
I do now.
Okay, so what Wordle is, it's originated in the UK, and this guy developed, it's a word game, but he developed it for his wife. So you end up with 6 lines of a 5-letter word, and you've got to guess what that word is. It is around the globe, people are playing it. It's free. And it's really, really good, and you can share it. And it's a little bit like the case of you have a 5-letter word. You say the word is can't think of the word peace. And if one of the letters comes out as yellow, it means it's in the word, but it's in the wrong place. If the letter comes out green, it's the right word, it's the right letter in the right place. And you've got 6 goes to get it right. So have a look at it. It's called Wordle. It's fun, and you can share it with other people and go, hey, I got it in 2, I got it in 3, or that was really hard, I didn't get it at all. That's my little piece today.
My average got it in 5 so far. No, it is fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
David, did you have something to add?
Oh, no, I guess probably something I might talk to you about afterwards, Katrina. It's just some promotions for this whole toolkit thing, and to get some more people on these Facebooks, like on Facebooks and on these calls. I'm not sure. I'm seeing your data on what happened last year about how many people were joining in, but it'd be good to get the numbers up as high as we can to
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's something I'll probably talk to you about it after this session, and just see, because like if we're going to spend an hour every week, and a little bit every week putting content in there, we want to make sure that people actually see it. So because some of the stuff that we do, some of the sessions that we had last year were some really good gold moments in them, and I probably think it didn't get distributed as widely as it could have. So
I'm going to jump in there and say that, Katrina and I had this conversation last week as well. What's been created here over the last, I think, 40 sessions is absolute gold. And the only way it's going to impact small business owners or business owners in general is if we get the message out there. And we've all got databases. We should all be pushing it out there. We've all got platforms, social platforms that push it out there. We've got incredible experts right here. And if we are collaborating on a cohesive strategy to bring all of our magic to getting this content out there, getting it found, getting it watched, listened to, engaged with, and then implemented, we're going to collectively have a huge impact on change within businesses. But it's not doing any good if it's sitting on the shelf. We've got to get it out there, but together we've got to do it.
Definitely. So if anyone has some suggestions or a way they would like to contribute to helping build the digital toolkit, spreading the word. I've been in the process of getting the toolkit listed in the necessary places, but I'm only one person, and just to make sure everyone is aware that everyone here is in a voluntary capacity, but naturally, we're here to share our knowledge, not only that, to stay visible. So that's
even something as simple as transcribing some of the like someone with a bit of nous transcribing the discussion and putting it into like a really easily digestible blog or something might be really useful, because then you don't have to watch an hour and a bit of video. You can get it all in 2 minutes or 5 minutes or something, and that's probably what I'm sort of thinking about. And also there's a couple of, there's a lot of people doing courses and digital content out there, but this one is one where we're not actually trying to sell anything. We're actually trying to give advice, and that's a little bit different from a lot of the ones that I see around the place. So I think there's some good things we could push there. So anyway, I'll talk to you after, Katrina.
Beautiful. I've got some time afterwards, so happy to have a chat. So if anyone wants to, I'll pop a link. There'll be a link in the chat. But for everyone else today, thank you so much for watching and joining us. And please do make sure that you, follow the Facebook page if you have not followed it yet. Make sure you subscribe on the Digital Toolkit website in order to One, go in the quarterly draw. Everyone who is following or subscribing goes in the quarterly draw for the Digital Toolkit Spotlight giveaway. Okay, so please do make sure that you subscribe or follow, and you could be rewarded. So please do make sure you reach out if you've got any questions, and we look forward to seeing you next week on the Digital Toolkit. Bye for now.